Hey guys, so I've been really exhausted because oh my god, excuse me, the weather changed. And yeah, because I live in the north, so the weather changes and it's pretty not that fun until it's like fully spring. But anyways, it's the full moon in April. It's supposed to be the biggest moon of the year, but it doesn't look that way because, well, for me anyways, where I am, because it's been pretty gray, so it screwed up visibility, so that was kind of no fun. But of course we still want to think of like taking in the energies. It's not really about seeing the moon, even though that's nice and everything, but it's just about the energies. And I've been really tired, and it's funny because my dog's been really tired too. I don't know if that's just like me and her, but anyways, I actually have my salt rock lamp on to show more light instead of it being like the ugly light that's in here or completely dark like my last video. But in this thing, this little teaspoon, I've got some aloe vera because aloe vera was calling for the moon in Scorpio, which that's what it is. I'm actually being hesitant because there was a huge spider on my floor last night, so I'm like, ugh. So there's actually dill in here and some aloe vera gel that I put, and then I just use the paintbrush. Oh, the paintbrush is picking up a big glob. Anyways, you get the idea. I just wanted to kind of show what I do. It's a good way to anoint these candlestick things. I know it looks wobbly right now. I have it in this like coil thing. It stays. So you get it. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but that's actually what I do with like a paintbrush and stuff to do like herbs and stuff to anoint, which I'm sure there's even more effective ways, but it's kind of part of the whole ritual thing that I do. The strokes and stuff, you can draw sigils and whatever. I actually picked up some new incense flavors not long ago, so this is orange. It was calling for some stuff I don't have, but it said that you can use like eucalyptus and peppermint, which are some common ones. I know you guys know probably about those ones, like the peppermint, eucalyptus are from like trees, so it will be like aloe vera comes from a tree, I'm pretty sure, so it'll be like a tree aroma. So if you don't have one, then you can use another. Rose, it said geranium and stuff, but I know rose is a bush, but either way, it's just whatever, right? Tree, bush, whatever scent is even also like kind of calling to you. Orange is also to do with fire. I'm a Sagittarius, which is fire sign. I'm not sure what Scorpio is. I think maybe fire, but I don't think so. Maybe earth. I'm not quite sure, but the moon is in Scorpio for this full moon phase, so good luck to all you Scorpios out there. And yeah, it's the pink full moon, so it's about inner what's that word? Like inner perception and knowledge, thinking about like education, goals. It doesn't have to be obviously about education, but just about like basically being very fierce with your intentions and your goals, and kind of like just starting everything up. And it's almost like a cool thing because it's like a new season, like Beltane or spring, probably maybe even close to even getting hotter and closer to summer for some places, but it's pretty much spring right now in a lot of parts of the equator, I'm pretty sure. So it's a great time to actually start fresh for a lot of things, and that's a great time for this April full moon because it's like, you know, wrapping up everything for, you know, closing down winter and the cold weather, and then if we wanted to have any big plans or life changes or goals, it's great for coming up now. So that's something to think about for this pink full moon. And the pink, I'm not going to get all into astrology stuff, but the pink full moon, they call it that because in some parts in the atmosphere, I guess, the sun, and there's like some particles, and it comes from the pollen from like lavender or like some sort of plants or spring plants that actually goes up into the sky, and then it creates a pink hue. So if you're, I'm not dead on with how I just explained it, but you get the idea. It's to do with just particles and going up in the air and the sun, the moon, and it's just pretty cool seasonal type thing. So you can look more into that if you actually want to see why they call it the pink moon. It's also called the hare moon. Excuse me, sorry. I think it has to do with, you know, the animals are starting to really come out and just kind of, you know, you'll start seeing hares, like maybe groundhogs more often, just stuff like that, because they're starting to really notice that it's getting warmer too. So I believe they call it the hare moon because the hare is quite, if he's elusive, but if you do see him, it might be in April, I think. And that has to do with maybe even Easter. That's why, like, you know, Easter bunny and just, yeah. I don't want to get off track, but you get it. So it's just a good, bountiful time. And, like, it's a great time to even, I lit a brown candle for my dog. So it's a good time for just, it's always a good time to do things for our animals and prosperity spells and chants and rituals for our animals, friends, family, all that. But just with the full moon and just everything, I'm moving to a new place. I'm graduating soon, so yeah, I lit a candle even for my dog. So it's just a cool thing to wrap things up, people into your attentions. So like my sister, my boyfriend, my mom, like just people like that. So yeah, April full moon, pink full moon. I've been tired, like I said, but I really didn't want to just not do a video for the full moon, of course, especially it being one of the apparently biggest full moons of the year, even though I couldn't see it. I'm sure it's beautiful. So I've got my God candle lit. I would like to light my goddess candle and God candle at the same time, but I'm really trying to invoke these fire energies this full moon. I'm just really feeling it for my sign, and yeah, I'm gonna light this white candle that I dressed, maybe this white candle too, do a little ritual for the full moon, and call it a night. It's around like 1 a.m, so once again, I hope all you Scorpios have a great moon phase and full moon and rest of the month. Wrap it up in very lucky and good wealth, prosperity, success, anything that you want in your life. And oh yeah, I know usually my whole videos wrap around what I've really been doing with my candles, so I'll touch on that quick. White candle, it was saying also, but for the pink full moon, blue, I know this sounds kind of scattered, but blue, yellow, and red are actually great colors to bring in the energies. And you'd think pink, but I think maybe it just has to do with just the luck behind it or something. I'm not sure, but any color that calls to you, of course. If you want to do pink because it's the pink full moon, go for it. Why not? I was even thinking of that too, but I went for white candle, and I actually charged this rock quartz last night in the full moon, and I had some other rock quartz in there before charging that I put in, so I got some rock quartz, charged rock quartz from the pink full moon, because you know it lasts about 3 nights. I've got some, actually it was pretty fresh, it wasn't even dried yet. What is it? It was in this like chicken pack thing, not actually chicken obviously, but it was in a spice thing that you're supposed to use for chicken, and I thought, oh my gosh, if I don't use this for cooking, I'll use it for like my stuff, right? So there was rosemary in it, thyme, not in this candle of course, in the package. There was rosemary, Italian parsley, thyme, and sage. That's what it is. So there's actually not the sprinkled sage you've maybe saw me use before, which is really ground, but still sage, but just super ground up, kind of like for cooking. It is actually fresh sage, and it kind of got damp with the peppermint, or sorry, eucalyptus oil I put in there, a few drops. So it's kind of like a little mushy looking, but that's okay. It's just going to infuse in the candle. And so yeah, and I put a really bountiful amount of red sparkles because like I said in earlier videos, if I use a white candle, I might use another color of sparkles, and I'm really feeling the God energies, the fiery strength, and just fierceness of like going for something and wrapping up, you know, your intentions and your goals and really just kind of going for it. So I used the red sparkles because I felt it was a good time for that, to speed up the energies and stuff, which I've also said in earlier videos. I don't think it's good to use, well, it's fine if you want to just do it just for fun or to make your candles pretty, but it's for speeding up spells. Same with coffee, like I mentioned. I don't want to put it in my own head that I'm like trying to always speed up every spell, so I'll just use it sometimes when I'm like really feeling it. So for the Tuesday night energies, Scorpio, I was just really feeling the fiery energy. So, well, I actually dressed this Monday night, but it was still the moon in Scorpio. So I had some old green sparkles in there from before, and then I've got some red sparkles. So red sparkles, the sage, the fresh sage, the rock quartz, and actually I almost forgot, there is a little bit of garnet in there I put in Monday night. So I actually dressed the candle Monday night and then decided to go to bed. And I do that sometimes if I'm not, like if I'm too tired to like kind of stay up or keep doing my ritual, I'll just dress it and then do it the next night, which I think there's no issue with that. So yeah, that's my candle, my full moon candle. And like I said, if you don't have like always corresponding like crystals or like anything, that's okay. Like you could even just use just a tea light. Like it's not all about being perfect. It's just about harnessing those energies, feeling good, you know, sitting outside, getting fresh air, looking at the moon, hearing, you know, animals or just whatever, you know, really connecting with things to like just feel good and know that your dreams are going to come true. So I might be being a little more spiritual than usual, but of course it's the full moon, so we have to have that faith, right? And so yeah, you can light your incense. I've got my orange incense. You can light a few candles and, you know, do whatever you do during your full moon ritual. And oh yeah, like I said, one more time, rock quartz, clear rock quartz. I got a little bit of garnet in there. I've got some fresh sage. I've got some red sparkles and a few drops of eucalyptus. So if you wanted to kind of write that down even for an idea or something, because these candles are really great. And I've even been thinking of I've given some to my mom. She's actually had some like good luck and stuff, and just really calms her because she's really wound up a lot of the time. So it's funny, I've given her crystals and candles stuff, and she's actually it's effective, I think. And my sister and stuff. So like honestly, yeah, you can just take tips and like kind of find your own way with stuff. And then oh yeah, in this little thing there's aloe vera and dill, if you were wondering what that little concoction is. So I actually dressed the aloe vera and dill, just aloe vera the other night, and then today I put the aloe vera and dill probably on the candlestick, since it's harder to anoint, well, I think harder to anoint these candles. Well, in a way, like to brush them, it's not harder, but well, it would be easier because it's smaller, like more thinner than brushing the whole part of this candle. But I kind of just do around it a bit on the outside, since this moon phase, the Scorpio was really calling for aloe, which I had aloe gel, not plant, so I really wanted to tap into those energies, so I put that around with the paintbrush. And then yeah, tonight I put some on the candlestick and showed you guys kind of how I do it. So, and then of course there's directions of stroking the candle with the brush when you're wanting to either banish or bring something to you. So, but when you're just kind of dressing it quickly, I don't really think it's a huge deal what way you're doing it. It's not like a big mishap if you're stroking the banishing way, but you're just kind of dressing the candle. Like, I think if you're actually wanting to do it a certain way for something, then that's when it really counts. But if you're just doing it quickly, it's not a big deal what direction you're painting your brush. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's about 15 minutes, my video. I hope you guys enjoyed and got some tips for the full moon, for dressing a candle, and just, you know, some ideas about some energies intentions. And oh yeah, it's about growth, abundance, and fertility even, which doesn't always mean, well, it means obviously fertility, being fertile, kids, whatever, but which is great for if you want to do that. But also it's just good, like divine energy, being healthy, you know, fertility, just like yin and yang, connections with people in the earth, like family, offspring, like it just means stuff like that too, right? Because you don't have to think, oh, fertility, like, well, I don't want, like, you know, because even with me, like, I'm in school, I'm not really doing that right now, I have no kids, and it's like, but I see fertility a lot in a lot of the moon work and stuff, but that just is just because it's part of our world, right? So it's still good energies, right? So, but for me, I'm thinking knowledge, success, growth, abundance, and honesty, like good relationships, stuff like that, good health. So yeah, once again, good luck to the Scorpios and everyone else out there who's watching, all of the signs. I hope I have a great full moon and safe, and everyone have a great night. And please like and subscribe if you like my videos. Sorry for the kind of raspy voice. When I talk low, it happens. I'm just trying to be quiet because I actually have a really loud voice that echoes, so, and it's late. So yeah, thanks for tuning in to my video. Oh yeah, sorry, one last thing. The candlesticks is a great idea for if you don't have certain colors or like a lot of money to spend on all these different color candles. They aren't supposed to maybe be used for a big, huge, crazy spell, because apparently the size of the candle does count for certain spells, which I think is kind of, but I guess makes sense. So if you kind of just want to do quick little rituals, or, you know, a candle that to burn. Oh, it's good for, some people think spells don't work if the candle doesn't burn all the way through, but the way I do it is when I blow my candle out so that I can reuse it for another spell. Unless sometimes it's a really maybe crazy banishing spell I didn't feel good about or something, maybe I'll get rid of the candle, but I'm usually pretty good at cleansing away old thoughts and old energies so I can kind of reuse my candles, right? Yeah, so the candles, birthday candlesticks are a great way to get it done and do spells and let it burn down, as of course, like watching it and stuff. Doesn't create a lot of wax, the flame's small, so I don't find it a big hazard, so it's kind of like as much flame as maybe a tea light. So yeah, it's just another idea. So I used a yellow candle, white, and I've got a red candy apple candle over here, and the flame's really low, but this candle smells really good. And I always usually dress my candles with rosemary and stuff. So yeah, great full moon, pink hues in my room, white candles, yellow, orange, red, Tuesday energies, Scorpio, moon and Scorpio, really feeling the God energies, so red, fiery, go for it energies, getting it done, which is also obviously a lot of signs, everyone's different, whatever. I don't like to, you know, categorize people or things or traits, but, you know, just keeping it real about things. I understand I'm a Sagittarius. For me, a lot of it, I'm a great communicator, but sometimes I procrastinate, so I'm just admitting it. But air is really, air signs, they really are about action, kind of just going for it, and that's actually great for this full moon. So I was actually seeing things about air signs, so I'm not sure if Scorpio's an air sign or water or whatever. I'm going to look that up, but once again, whatever you're feeling about for the vibes, do it up. Like I said, peppermint and eucalyptus are great substitutes for some of those crazy sounding or crazier named, or maybe not as spread out or easier to access. I know lots of grocery stores or health food stores and stuff might have random herbs and stuff if you look around, but technically speaking, a lot of the things we see is like peppermint, mint, eucalyptus, maybe rose oil, lemon, or orange, so your citrus. Yeah, not much. Like musk. I see a lot of blossom, even lavender, of course, jasmine. So I'm not gonna name them all, but yeah, those ones. And of course, like some of the harder ones to find sometimes, which is getting easier. Sandalwood, cedar, tea tree. Like those are also ones that are okay to find. But like myrrh, geranium, like other things that are just kind of more sparsely, or you don't see as much, or not a lot of people, like even violet. Well, actually, violet's okay, and that's a color actually. Well, a flower, duh. Anyways, I'm talking too much. You get it. Some things are easy to access. Some things not. So work with what you got. And I've been doing a lot of looking up for substituting, and it's really easy. You just go on Google, type substitutes for this, and you'll see a whole list of them, and it's kind of easy to find stuff to substitute. So yeah, I hope that was a lot of information for you. However you do your full moon, good luck with it, and everybody have a great and safe rest of their April, which is only a few days, and amazing beginning of your May, and I will have another video soon. Bye guys.